Hey guys.
Hey guys.
So it just started raining.
Just started raining, and it's kind of appropriate because what we wanted to talk about today was the importance of staying positive. So we are going to find the silver lining in this little rainstorm blowing through.
Yep.
And we're going to bring you along with us. So let's go check it out.
So we're out on the trails today, and we wanted to come for a little hike, and of course now it's raining a little bit. It comes and goes, so it's not so bad. But we've, the rain might seem like it's spoiling your plans or whatever, but it's actually kind of nice in the rain as long as it's not like a huge downpour. We've already seen a whole bunch of flowers, and I just saw a snail, and the first honeysuckles of the season were juicy and delicious. So it's already a fruitful rainy adventure today.
So one of the upsides to when a little rainstorm comes through and you're hiking is that the sky gets really overcast, and then that can really make your photographs look really cool and different. A lot of cool shadows going on, and I love to do that while I'm out hiking, take some photographs. So that's always something positive that can happen.
Yeah, plus the forest kind of looks like it's like magical or
it does,
creepy.
right? Yeah, it just even looks a little different, right?
Yeah, changes the whole look of everything. Cozy too. Cozy.
Cozy. So last night we had a massive rainstorm come through, and this is just, we're getting the tail end of it I think today. But we're at a place where a lot of our favorite waterfalls are, and I like to try to go and check some of them out.
Yeah.
Because the water just must be really flowing. Like the river was flowing in our last video. It was like we probably had 3 times as much rain. So I bet it's just really moving today. So
definitely.
Maybe we'll go stop by and check out some of those.
Yeah, because some of the rivers were already, where we passed by, just like the river part, was already really full and flowing fast. So I bet the waterfalls are actually really powerful.
Yeah. I mean, you can even hear some of them off in the distance where you couldn't normally, you know, and it's just they're roaring. So that'd be cool. The primal forces of nature.
Ooh. Ah, there she is. The beautiful lake.
Looks like the sun's coming out a little bit too.
Yeah.
It was like really white before, but now you can see the blue from the sky.
Yeah. Ooh, there it is. Up there. There it is.
It's just crazy how like a couple of months ago it was just gray and brown everywhere, and now everything's so lush and so green.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't take very long to just totally change.
Definitely. Yeah, the whole landscape's all filled with fluffy greenery. It's so nice. Look how pretty that is. There's little fishies in here. I don't know if you can see them. They're little tiny little guys. You can see them there, right? So cute. There's a little dock up ahead. I've never seen it over here before. I'm excited to see the little dock. Lake Julia Pier. So, one of the things about positivity and thinking positive is something I thought about where, you know, let's say you're gonna buy like a car that's a very certain kind of car, like a Jeep or something, and all of a sudden all you see is Jeeps everywhere, you know, on the roads. So it seems like everyone's got a Jeep. So it's kind of like what you're focused on is what you notice. So when you're positive, how I feel about it is when I feel, you know, my most positive and I'm trying to see the positive in everything. It's not always easy, of course, and I don't do it all the time, but I try to. And so when you're positive and you're looking for what's positive about everything, you start to notice all the positive things. And the same would go for the negative or the stressful or whatever. The more you focus on one of those things, the more that you're going to notice it around you. So you know, why not try to focus on positivity, and there'll be more positive stuff happening in your life, or at least you'll notice it more, and that'll be the big, you know, focus of what's going on rather than the negative or the stressful. So I thought it was an interesting way of thinking about it when you think about like that car scenario. So hopefully that's helpful. I love seeing the reflection on the lake like this. It's so pretty. And the sun is coming out, you guys. It's so nice. It's such a nice day.
So one thing I know that I try to do a lot personally when I'm trying to be very positive is I really try to be mindful of the words that I use. I read this really awesome book years ago called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and they just really talked about this idea of being impeccable with your word, you know, and don't use your word against yourself or others, avoid gossip. And I know I used to have a tendency to do that, to kind of doubt myself in my head all the time. You know, I would be like, oh, I can't do that, I can't do this. And I started to just take it easier on myself, not use those words inside my head, try not to voice the stuff, to put it out into the world, you know, and I just started to notice the more and more I could be diligent and do that, the more and more positive I felt, and I noticed more positive things happening. So maybe that would be something that you guys would be interested in, or let me know in the comments below if you already do that. Let me know if you've read that book. I'd love to hear about it, and yeah, so let me know what you think.
You guys were seeing things in the water.
Yeah, there's stuff in the water.
And I just remembered this is the place where I got a bunch of mosquito bites one time.
Yeah,
because it's like, it's really wet from the rain we had, so.
Yeah.
But look at this, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Like you can go up on this little houseboat dock thing. So
There's even
neat.
a little sign back there that says, swim at your own risk,
Oh.
which makes me think
Ah.
it's not a do not swim sign.
Right, remember we
So,
saw the guy
yeah, we
with
saw
the
the
boat
guy.
and the, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we can come over here and go for a little swim
Yeah, we
with
could.
these little guys zipping around on the water.
Oh, look at this.
It's just so beautiful over here.
Yeah,
Now
very
too,
beautiful.
it's, you know, even more and more green is out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's really in the fullness of the foliage.
I guess that also reminds me of another thing about being positive is, you know, it's kind of, you come out into nature and you really see everything's always changing. Mm-hmm. And, you know, change can be a very positive thing. I know a lot of people who, mm-hmm. you know, hate change and they don't like it when it happens. I used to have a lot of trouble with it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, a lot of times I don't like it, yeah.
Yeah, but
it's always important to remember that, you know, everything's always changing, and
right.
a lot of times, you know, a lot of that great change comes.
Yep.
And it's just, you know, it turns out to be positive, you know?
Yeah, like you don't know it's going to be great, but it actually is.
Yeah.
Or, you know, sometimes things are bad, but then they change again. So.
Yeah. It's like that Chinese proverb story about the Chinese farmer, and like, you know, like things keep happening to him, either good or bad, and the neighbor's like, oh, it's so great, or oh, it's so bad. And he's like, well, we'll see, you know, we'll see what happens.
Right, right.
And, you know, usually the outcome is not what you're expecting, you know?
Right, yeah.
But
I also heard something where, ooh, little birdie.
Oh, hey birdie.
Where, you know, everything is always changing, like a river flowing past a rock, and then if you're, or no, sorry, everything's changing like a river with a log in it, and if you're the log and you stay still, everything's going to change past you and it's going to be real turbulent and hard. But if you're the log floating with the river and going with the flow a little bit, then it won't be so hard. So
I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go with the flow.
Right, right. Ooh, look at these guys. They look spiky. Oh boy. Some little guy was busy chopping that tree almost down.
You really see where the saying comes from, like busy beaver, right?
I know, right?
Just gnawing away.
Gosh. Wow, now that is a fern field. Those are all ferns. Check that out. Very neat.
So earlier today I was reading a little article and they had an interesting concept. You know, a lot of people, you know, they kind of talk about if you're having a negative thought, you know, just replace it with a positive thought. And that's really hard to do a lot of times. So this article was talking about, instead of trying to go from like you know, super negative all the way up to super positive. You want to try to think in like smaller steps. So say for instance, somebody does something that makes you angry, you know, instead of just going right to being like joyful, maybe you'll just kind of focus on being disappointed. You know, you're disappointed that they said that instead of you're angry that they said it. And then as you work on being disappointed, then next time something happens, you can maybe try to be hopeful. And you can be like, oh, you know, they didn't do what I wanted, but maybe next time they'll do it. And so that kind of idea, you know, you try to work your way up and keep thinking more and more in increments of being more positive than you were before. And it's more realistic than just saying, oh, anytime I have a negative thought, I'm just gonna think positively. So maybe that'll be helpful for you. I'm definitely gonna start implementing it more and more in my life. And not like I have anything ever to be angry about, but you know, sometimes things happen in the world and you know, maybe instead of being angry, I could shift over to being frustrated or disappointed, you know, so.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
I believe it was Eckhart Tolle was talking about that.
Cool.
It was kind of like, yeah, like just to think in increments, you know, and
Right.
become a little bit more positive.
Neat. You guys, what are these flowers? I feel like I've seen them before, but whoops. They're so pretty. I don't know what they are.
One of the coolest things about having a YouTube channel is we go out and we film these things, and if we see something and we have no idea what it is, we just point the camera and say, hey guys, what is this? And then you always give us an answer for it. So
I know.
Thanks so much.
It's so fun to have you guys answer questions that we have and tell us what things are. It's awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, so but like before we were saying it was so rainy, you know, and
Yeah.
we were gonna like find a silver lining in it, but you know, it seemed to be that we stayed positive. Now the sun's out and it's glorious, you know?
Right. That must be from our positivity.
It
right?
must be from our positivity. What else could it possibly be? I don't believe in coincidence. Yeah, guys, so we are just walking down the trail and we're pretty far away from our favorite waterfall, and you can still just hear it roaring off in the distance. I don't know if you could hear it on the camera, but we got to go down and take a look at it
Yeah,
and see what's going on with it.
definitely. Check out these horses.
They're so beautiful.
I know.
I've never seen horses over here in this little
No.
place before.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Yeah. We see horses a lot like on the trails and stuff, and that's always cool, but
Yeah.
I've never seen them in the pens before. It's really neat.
No. Yeah, right over here's where we had lunch on our welcome back video. Too bad it wasn't today. We could have had lunch with the horses.
Every time we come here, I always plan on skipping this waterfall. And then it just calls to me every time. I gotta go check it out.
Well, we're getting real close. It's real loud.
Yeah, you could already tell how crazy it is.
I don't even know if we'll be able to get very close.
I don't know. We'll do our best, but
Yeah, it's a rager. We usually step over these stones.
yeah, you can't even get to it.
No. Yeah, I'll show you from here. I can't even.
It's so crazy.
I know.
Usually you can walk right across here, but it's just a waterfall now. It's insane.
Wow, can you see the mist coming off of there too? Woo! Look at that. That is crazy. Let's try to get a better view of the whole waterfall if we can.
It's so insane. Usually you can just walk right across the rocks here, but it's just like a little mini waterfall next to the big waterfall.
Yeah.
The water's just moving so much. It's so crazy and awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Woo!
Makes me feel alive.
Okay, we're climbing through the back of the woods to see if we can find a good spot to show you the waterfall. I think here's good, yeah. Okay. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
It's so high.
You can see like all the rocks over there where you can usually like sit on cover.
Yeah, we usually sit right there on those rocks. Must have been crazy yesterday.
Yeah, really, really crazy.
I'm going to zoom in so you can see how powerful the water is coming down.
Yep.
Wow. Woo! Wow, look at that. The water is so powerful right here that it's like, you know, in in the air. There's like a mist of the water. It almost smells like the beach, like that freshness in the air. But I always like that. I know that like waterfalls create like those negative ions or something. They're supposed to be good for you. And so I always take, again, if you guys watched the video before, a couple of videos back, I like to take deep breaths in the forest, right? So I also like to take deep breaths right by waterfalls because I feel like there's something good in them. Just like gets all through your system, so something nice to do.
This has gotten me really excited to go see what High Falls looks like, because that's the real big waterfall in the area here at DuPont State Forest. So let's got to get over there and take a look at that.
I know, yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Another thing that is helpful for us especially, but I'm sure for lots of people, is when we have certain lifestyle changes that we make that actually kind of like help with a more positive outlook on things. You know, exercise is just known to increase your mood and make it more feel, you know, just you feel better. Meditation, that calms the mind and helps you focus and all that other good stuff that I'm sure you know about. Healthy food, eating healthy food is another great one. I know that people are learning a lot more about the microbiome, and you know, when things are fresh out of the garden or the farmer's market, something like that. Even out in like the wild stuff, yeah, right? Wild food, like berries and stuff like that. It has like things that your body uses for its gut system and all that. So that all contributes to a healthier system, and I mean, there's so much they're learning about it, but it all contributes to that positive feeling in your life. And
even like if you believe in that kind of stuff, like a higher vibration kind of thing,
right?
You know?
Yeah. And also I learned that the more variety of food that you eat, like fresh fruits and veggies and stuff like that, the healthier your microbiome is. So with a healthier microbiome, you feel more positive and you just feel better. I know even just digestion wise, when I'm feeling good because I'm eating well, I just feel happier.
What are you looking for?
Well, if you guys remember from our welcome back video, this little stretch here had a whole bunch of strawberry plants. I wasn't sure, but now I am sure 100% because the strawberries are out. So I found a few. I'm going to try to find one that's really ripe.
So you're seeing a lot of poison ivy by the strawberries?
Yeah. I already touched some strawberries to check to see if they were ripe, and I rinsed my hand off just in case, but yeah, I don't know if I could eat any right now.
Well, maybe it's still early, so there'll probably be more and more of them in the next couple of weeks, right?
Probably, yeah. But here, we'll just do some zoom in so you can see what they look like. Okay, here's some little strawberries. Look at them all. They look so delicious. Wish I could eat them. Yeah, I wish I could try some out for you guys, but I don't want to get poison ivy on my face. Wow, guys, we are on the little bridge here to get down to the bottom of these falls, but check out how fast they're going right here. Wow. It is just flowing. We're going to try to get to the other side over here so that we can see what the falls look like from that side. So guys, I hope that some of these little tips on positivity and what we try to do help you, and you know, let us know in the comments below what you do to stay positive, or what helps you, or any resources that you might have found, books or lectures or something like that, that might help others. So, and us too, we're always looking for more ways to stay positive. So we are at the other side of the waterfall. You can see it right here. And if you zoom in, there's a little rainbow. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see. It's right by, oh, maybe not. In person, it's like right there. But this waterfall is pretty epic today. You guys, if we zoom in over here, you can actually, when it's dry, you could stand like right there, down there.
I don't think we're going to be able to get down to the bottom.
No, I don't think so.
Not today, because usually it's like, when it's like running low, it's even kind of, you got to jump across some water, and this will just be totally flooded.
Yeah, we'll get a little closer and we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
You can try at least.
Yeah. Base of falls.
This way.
We're going that
We'll have to
way.
see. Yes, this is some real adventure right here.
Hopefully we'll get to the base.
I know. I've climbed there. One of the best days of my life was when I climbed to the bottom of it. And it was like a few winters ago, and just the pure energy around there is crazy. But I have no idea if we're going to be able to get to it.
I hope we can at least climb on a little bit of the rocks.
I mean,
we'll
I think we'll be able to see a little bit of it, of course, but...
Well, we'll show you what it looks like when we get down there.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Woo! Holy moly!
Yeah. You can already see the water is just moving so fast.
Yeah, wow. Wow, it's all covered too. We'll show you guys now. Wow. You can usually walk right out here and there's rocks and stuff that you can get to, and you can get way over there so that you can have a really good view of the waterfall. But this might be the best that we have right here. We'll come back and we'll show you this another day when it is drier and you can see what it looks like then.
Do you want to try to go up this way and see if we can get a little bit more of a head on?
Sure, yeah. That's coming off of the waterfall right behind here. Doesn't it look like an exploding volcano, but of water right up top there? I swear, it's like so explosive.
All right, guys, that's it for today's episode. We hope you had fun. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.